What's going on, people? Paolo from Boxing Corner Casuals. I'm here with my host, Brags, Braggadocious from Kombatkingz. Some special guests today, man. DFC, SE Dons, Don Strapzy, Flipz. We're here, obviously, we'll talk about it shortly. A massive card on the 21st of September at the Catford Theatre. You know, they've got their own AJ. They've got their own guys. They've got their own AJ and Dubois going on the 21st. That's what they've got going on. Yeah. So yeah, boys, how have you been doing? Obviously, we'll get back a little bit into it shortly. Thank you for joining us today. It's a real honor to have you both here. How have you guys been?
Good, man. Good, bro. Just working as always. Obviously, everything's going on with the football, with the boxing. So yeah, just busy, man. Literally busy, locked in. Yeah, man.
And obviously as well, you lot, look, let's be honest, yeah, you've completed football. Let's have it right. The football's done. Obviously, you guys have just got you've turned over this year, Sundays to Saturday semi-pro. Let's be honest, yeah. DFC that's the goal, to kind of grow this platform now. With all the big events you've had on, obviously we was at the last one as well, at Catford Theatre. You had the place rocking. There was some mad knockouts, some quick knockouts, controversial ones in some eyes, Flipz, or not?
I mean, you see with boxing, there's always going to be controversy. It just depends on what side of the controversy you fall on. Yeah, there were a couple controversial ones still.
Yeah, man. I think everyone's talking about that knockout that brushed the temple, but it was definitely a knockout. It was definitely a knockout.
You know how this thing was, yeah? I jumped in the ring after, and he was completely fine. But like sometimes the wrong connection with the wrong part of your temple can scramble for a few seconds. I feel like if the ref gave him a count, he would have made it.
Yeah, it's one of them though, isn't it? I mean, obviously, yeah, it's boxing's a weird sport. Obviously, we'll learn again on the 21st, and we will talk about that shortly. Braggs, this is in your hometown as well, South London.
It is. I just screamed that, man. Can't wait, man.
I'm gonna need a passport to get over there, but you're local, man.
No, man, it is in the Catford Theatre. I can't wait to have you. I missed the last event, so I'm sorry about that, guys. Just like literally all of us did, but we are definitely not going to miss this event.
But Brad, you should know, that as long as Paolo says he's with Don, he's good over here, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He should know that, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We know about Don. Don's got that name for a reason, man. He's a Don for a reason.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm still bringing. You know what I'm saying. I got to cross the river, man. I bring my passport over every time. It's that far. Listen. Look, let's talk a little bit about DFC and doubling up. This is a massive show. I spoke to you before, Flipz, about obviously just the brand and everything else and how big it was. But for you, do you think this is going to be, or this will be, your biggest show to date in terms of what you've done?
I think just the fact that we've got this man on the show, it could be a one-fight card. We could throw this card. This is how deep it is. We could book a venue, get the whole production sorted, and just have him shadow boxing in the ring, and it's the biggest card. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying this just because he's next to me. Yeah. Like, he's been wanting to fight. He's been wanting to give us a big night, yeah. And I've always said, you're bigger than DFC, because before anything, this guy's my brother. You get what I'm saying? Always said, you're bigger than DFC. But he's always felt like he owes it to himself, and he owes it to the people that he influences to step in there and give them a good night of work. So I think automatically, just the fact that he's even here, like, bro, he doesn't. It's hard to get him out on DFC business at times. You get what I'm saying? Just the fact that he's here, bro. I'm so privileged to be promoting him because he's my brother, and he's someone that has changed a lot of people's lives, including mine. So it's definitely the biggest one.
That's what I'm saying.
What can I quickly just ask? What's it like to promote such an event? What does it take to kind of get so much people to be, especially someone like Don Strapzy, to be a part of the event, Flipz? What's it like? What does it take?
To get him to be a part of it?
everyone in general, but obviously someone like Don being the headline event, and obviously we're going to get into him just having a name for himself, just genuinely outside the event. But what is it like being able to pull this all together and like getting everyone to fight each other, and you know, how hard is it behind the scenes?
I think it's extremely difficult. First of all, away from people like Don, it's difficult because you're dealing with all sorts of characters and all sorts of people, and like Paolo will tell you, sometimes it's hard to get hold of me because I've dealt with so many people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In terms of someone like Don, getting someone like him on, you need to remember that the D in DFC is Don. It's Don's Fight Club, and it's off the back of the SE Dons and the man himself, Don Strapzy. So it's not exactly getting him to fight. It's him saying, you know what, the first time I do it, I want it to be on home soil. I want to do it on our thing. Because this isn't, DFC isn't my thing. DFC is our thing. You get what I'm saying? And DFC wouldn't be where it is without the hard work this man put in to build his own brand and the football's brand. And you see like moves are being made across the board. So yeah, with him, it's just a thing of coming home, really.
That's what I'm saying. Don, obviously, I want to ask you as well. You've listen, I know people keep it a bit humble, but you are a big piece in British music, for me anyway, and for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Enough ICT lessons I got thrown out of just listening. Drew Blue, Don Strapzy, whatever name you had, I was getting thrown out of them. At the music. At the time, the new gen don't know, we didn't have AirPods. It was going through our Blazer. The headphone was going through the Blazer.
Yeah.
And then obviously you went on and grew obviously SE Dons as well and DFC. But your passion is the club is a family club first and foremost. But everyone involved in it, you've all a lot of childhood friends, you've got family involved. A lot obviously as well. Big up to your mum as well, because a lot that you do for her, especially on the football and everything else. But what's your motivation? Because it feels like you're just conquering one thing at a time, and you've done the music, done the football, and now the boxing. What motivates you to kind of do this stuff and overachieve every time?
I don't know. It's a tough one to answer, Bryce. It's innate within me. I've always been very self-driven, self-motivated. I think it comes down to my upbringing, and when I was younger, I wanted to achieve more and be in a position that I could live a lifestyle that I didn't get to live when I was young. So I think I've always had this inner drive within me to try and make a success of my life because of just my whole upbringing, where I came from, and the things me and my family went through when I was younger. Like we got evicted. I got a big family, and these are things that I've got sisters. But for me as a man, it made me feel a certain way going to school, and when I had to get all this other stuff that I was going through, it lived in me. And I was thinking to myself, I just had a drive within me. I've always had it. I can't remember not. I've always had need to be a part of something, to pursue something. Sometimes just to keep my mind sane. Because if I've got too much time to myself, I start overthinking. So I need to be busy. And I just feel the need to be able to be a positive role model. Coming from an environment with a lot of friends who came from broken homes, I was always fortunate to have a mum and a father in my house. A lot of my friends wasn't fortunate enough to have that. And a lot of my friends, including myself, apart from my father, there was no positive role models around us when I really look back to how we grew up. So I feel as though someone now that's been a lot more experienced, kids do look up to me and Flipz and my friends. How can we positively inspire them in a society where men are claiming to be masculine and claiming to be influencers, but what are they influencing? Because we've got people telling people that they need to be a certain way, or you need to be a bad boy to do this. No, you don't, because you're bringing stress to your family. You're bringing stress to those that you love. You're selfish. That's what a lot of these young people are. They're selfish. Yeah, but I feel I'm in a position now with the platform that I have to try and inspire. I'm not perfect. I have many faults, many flaws. I'm every day trying to become a better man. And I said to Flipz, he's the only guy I will fight for. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's DFC. We're in this together. But Flipz does so much work. we get a lot of credit for DFC because, yes, the SC Don's platform, yes, Don Strapzy. DFC wouldn't be where it is without Flipz because I'm busy. Big G's busy. He's the one running around trying to get fighters. He's the one editing videos. He does everything. So it's an honor for me to fight for. Obviously, it's not just for Flipz, it's for the Dons, but this is the future of British promoting bigger than that. He's something that he cares about. Yeah, and we're here with him all the way. I just said to him the other day, I might miss about and jump on the one in December. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, for me, I feel Flipz has fought, Big G has fought. Both of them have fought. Yeah, cool. Listen, we're novices. We're not professional boxers. We're not trying to be professional boxers. But anyone that puts gloves on and gets in a ring has my respect. When you fight against a man who's trained to fight you, that takes courage, that takes honor and respect, and that's something I want to align my name next to. So how can we be pushing this DFC and encouraging people to come and fight and promoting fights? We can't get in there ourselves. So for me, it's like, all right, cool. How can I inspire these kids? Let me get in the ring. And that's why, I always look for things. And it's like, after this, like I said, what will be next? I said to him, bro, might end up doing December at this rate because who knows? But I just always want to look for something that I can do to just challenge myself. And that's it, man. And that's why I'm fighting on this one.
Can I just get in there? I think you made a very, very good point there, Don. Like, just genuinely, like, because you talked about selfishness, and I feel like it's you've done multiple things in life to really have not even an understanding. I'm going to say an overstanding about the actual word. And why I mean that is because you have done, I'd say, a single profession, being an artist, a music artist, but that's still, you work with other artists. So again, you know about the time that you have to give. You got into also football. It's a team sport. So, you know, again, growing the selfish, you come away from, again, to grow as a team, you can't be selfish, especially in football. And then now you're kind of in a sport now, boxing, combat sport, where the discipline's a little bit different. The mind, the set, the focus, because it's a self sport. Like, you've got to engage with yourself and make yourself know where you're best at mind. How what's it like now transforming from 1 to 2 to actually boxing now as a self-enhanced sport and like getting yourself ready for these fights and stuff?
Again, it's just a chance for me to find out if I am the man that I claim I am. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. I speak a lot. I say a lot of motivational stuff. I say a lot of inspirational things, but that's just all words, really. If you're not living by it. So I don't love boxing. I don't love getting in the ring and sparring and getting my head punched. I don't love it. It's not like I wake up thinking I can't wait to go to boxing, but it's a chance for me to keep fit. And as I said, for me, it's a higher purpose that I'm doing this for. So I just always like to challenge myself, see if I've got what it takes. I've also found a respect for the sport because of how tough it is. It's a very, very tough sport, and I'm just in a position where I'm just learning about myself, and you know, I always want to be the best on anything that I do. Because even like I've had a little situation recently, I can't train properly for the next couple of weeks, and that's in my head. So that's another chance for me to ask myself, am I a quitter? Am I going to make excuses? But now it's about, all right, cool. Get control of your mindset. What can I do? I can't run. I can't keep fit. So now I'm thinking I'm going to go in there on the 21st, not able to be 100% of what I know I can do. But then it's a battle within my mind. So I'm telling myself, I spoke to Flipz about it, I spoke to G. They said, chill, relax. That I've been putting in the work. I know how to box. I've been boxing. I just got to sit back, take it in, assess, and go again. I can be back in the gym from the end of next week, and I'll go hard for 2 weeks, and I'll go in on the ring on the 21st, and I'm going there to perform, and I'm coming for a fight. I'm not a boxer, so I'm going to fight. It's a fight at the end of the day. It's me against another man. He's trying to punch me in my face. I'm trying to punch him in his face. And that's it. I'm there to get in the ring and perform to the best of my ability. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited. It's a challenge, and I've been wanting to try and get in there and have a go. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, let me ask you a question.
quickly. And one thing I will tell you about him is when the boxing goes out the window, he's gonna fight. You know that, right? He's gonna fight.
Is the South in him though, Flip? Is that just the South grit that he has? Like, is that something about you?
Let me tell you this now, yeah. I've seen this guy throw hands without a camp. Let me tell you this now, yeah, bro. He's not gonna like the fact that I'm about to tell you this, yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
This was before the cameras, yeah. He had a problem with someone at a football match, yeah. He wasn't feeling well. He was half dead, yeah. and we all thought, you know what? We hope this doesn't kick off because Donny's not well right now.
Yeah.
Donny's gone out in the middle of the circle, but on it by himself. All of us are still in the changing room. Donny's gone out there and just one banged my man. Yeah, cleanest shot ever. Yeah, and when I tell you, yeah, a man who can do such damage when he's not well without a camp, yeah, I'm telling you,
it's a problem.
He's his biggest critic. He wants everything to be perfect. He's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, as a man that's put on what we've put on 4 shows now, right? I've been around gyms, I've seen camps. Yeah, trust me, a lot of people are going to be pleasantly surprised on September 21st. Trust me, he's down there.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question before we move on and talk a little bit about DFC, Don. Just one thing, like for you against your opponent, whoever, because I'm not sure if it's been announced obviously publicly yet, but if you've got a message for that person you're going to fight, I've got 2 questions for you. One, do you think, obviously, with your mentality and everything else you've just gone through, that's something that just automatically in your head you can't lose? Like you have to go in there like winning. Losing's not a word that comes into your mind, but do you think that you've got more in you than your opponent? Because at this level, the difficulty is a lot of these fights or matchups you get, there isn't like for the pro game where you get to learn a massive amount about your opponent before you fight them. And I always ask this to fighters on different shows, different cards. But your mentality and everything else, do you believe that alone is going to get you through all the struggles you've been going through and everything else leading up to this? And you, in your head, you're going in there and you're thinking, I'm going to win.
Yeah, like, look, I think with boxing, one thing I've learned, I don't think you can lose in boxing at this level because, like I said, anyone who puts on gloves and a gum shield and gets to the ring to fight against another man, I respect both of them. I don't downplay my opponent. I said to Flipz, I don't want to know who my opponent is. I don't want to know. Yeah, so I don't know who I'm fighting. Obviously, he knows who I'm fighting. He's told me the height or whatever, so I know a few little things, but I don't want to know anything more. But I expect the guy to be a warrior because he's a boxer. And if, like you said, if I got a message from him, I'm going to say, let's entertain the people. Come and fight. Let's fight. Forget all of this, who's good at boxing and all that. That's shit. Let's fight. You know what I mean? Let's fight. Let's see who's got it. I'm not Mike Tyson. I'm not Eubank. I'm not none of them, man. I'm okay at boxing. I've been boxing from young. I actually had a fight when I was 9. My dad took me down Samuel Montague, so I've actually had one bout when I was 9 years old. But I stopped boxing for years. So I've been in and around boxing gym now for the last 3-4 years. So I know how to box. You know what I mean? I'm all right. But like I said, if you want to go and watch proper boxing, you might as well go watch AJ and all them, man. Do you know what I mean? So my message to my guys: let's fight. Come meet me in the middle. Let's have a scrap.
That's what I'm telling you, man. I like that. That's fight talk. That's fight talk, man.
Let's see what happens. Like I said, my leg is stopping me from training. If he's a boxer and he's training, he's injured as well. I don't think anyone can go into a boxing ring and not be injured or have bad wrist or bad ribs or something. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's carrying something. So as you said, it will come down to heart. I know mine. I know where mine is. I know what I'm on. So my heart can't be tested. I've been in worse environments than a fight with a man who's got gloves on. Who's 10 ounce? What is it? 10 ounce? I've been hit with a brick. I've been hit with a baseball bat. This is safe. Yeah, so it's like, let's have a scrap. People are paying money. Let's entertain the people. Let's have a scrap. Let's get in there and have a go, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Gonna be there. You got a chance to shut me up. People want to see me get hit. People want to see me lose. So get in there and come for me. Let's go for it, man.
You know what they say? You know what they say, Braggs, as well, yeah, about that, what Don just touched on quick before we move on. the people either want to see you win, they want to see you lose. But I'm a firm believer that the people that sell the tickets, like yourself, they'll come and watch, and they'll watch regardless. It's like it's like when you compare it to like a Ben Whittaker at the pro level. Enough man hate him. They want to see him get knocked out, but they'll watch him every fight, every single fight. That's what I'm saying to you. So yeah, man. But Flipz, let me ask you a question. DFC. We talk about the bigger card, man. Can you talk us through or a couple of bouts? You've got a bad heavyweight on the card. There's a rematch of a massive fight as well. Do you know what? There's a couple on there. I'm gonna let you do a little bit of talking.
This one, yeah. Sorry, I said to cut you off. Yeah, for me, this is the best one yet. Forget my fight. Forget my fight. Yeah, I'm there. I'm DFC. Yeah, I'm fight. Like I said, you might all see me on other cards. Obviously, this is I'm like you, Braggs. I'm from Catford. I used to live by the Macd's. I lived on Torridon, Long Hill Road.
Same here. 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, I've been all over there. So for me, this is the whole. I said it to Flipz. I remember I had a madness on Catford front line. That 30 man, they rushed me. Some little kid. He's like 14 at the time. I was like 19. I remember it because they got some little kid to try to slap me. So it all kicked off, and I was like, bruv, look, I'm returning to the theatre and I'm main event. I don't know where them man are now. I know where I am. Yeah, so
I know where you are. Love it.
Regardless. So like I said, forget my fight. You know what you're getting with me. Anyone that knows Donny Jones on Strapzy, you know what you're getting with. That's why I said, forget asking me about my style. Forget all of that. Don't worry about it.
I know about Don Strapzy. 100%. I know about Don Strapzy.
I'm going to get in and something's happening. That's it. Yeah, I don't know. I might even lose. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going for it. But forget me. Lee Cook, yeah, this guy is a serious heavyweight, yeah.
Baddest heavyweight in camp.
The fight I really want to see one day is his rematch with Tariq. I want to see that, yeah. But Lee Cook, hey, that guy is a warrior. And then K Dan versus Scott Riley. That's what I say. Give them man their respect because them man do this boxing thing. I'm here to inspire, yeah. Them man live this boxing thing. Give them their credit. Flipz will tell you. I said to Flipz, I don't want to be main event. I said I don't deserve to be main event. Did I not say that?
Yeah, you did.
I said I don't deserve to be main event, bro. I said they do this thing. I don't. I'm doing it for 4 months. Then I'm going back to not having to get punched. These men they're living this. So give them their flowers, man. It's about them, man. I'm just here to bring eyes to it and let them man go to war. You know what I'm saying?
No, I totally respect that. At the end of the day, you're right. That's probably a reason Paolo is so scared to come to South because he knows there's real warriors.
Scared where, man?
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about. They got to have the heart, the determination, the grit, the gratitude. You know what I'm saying?
No, my boy is a fighter. I keep telling you, when boxing goes out the window, he might all fight in jeans on September 20th.
There? Hey, that's a Shawn Michaels.
Might pull up in jeans with his hat backwards. You know
that's Shawn Michaels. Yeah, that's Shawn Michaels, man. That is Shawn Michaels. Oh, man. That's crazy. Look, Flipz, let me ask you a question, yeah? In terms of the event and the show, obviously, there's ever changes. That's the main thing. With this level, you get changes. You know this, yeah? I've been involved, obviously, with other shows like Braggs has as well. You know, last-minute changes. All those difficulties you face. But as I say to you at the moment, how many fights, roughly, are we looking at for the DFC? Or how many can you confirm?
We're looking at probably about 12.
12 fights.
As of right now. We might get to fight night and there may only be 4. But as of right now, I've got 12 fights for you. Yeah.
And can you explain again one more time? Why is it so hard? When you're going to explain, why is it so hard to go from 12 and then possibly 4? Why does that happen?
You know what the thing is, yeah? I think I'm probably exaggerating with 4, but there are...
No, we know what you mean, though.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's one of those things where obviously we do our thing at DFC promotion-wise, yeah? And like a lot of people see that and they want it. But what they don't realize is to get that level of promotion and that level of effort put into your build-ups, you have to fight. And that's the hard part. Everyone wants to be a boxer until it's time to box. And that's what we've experienced with dealing with fighters at this level. But one thing we're blessed with is on the DFC roster, we've got like pure fighters. We've kind of kept it to that pure boxing rather than going down like the wacky influencer route and stuff like that. So I think we suffer with pullouts at a lot lower rate than other promotions in that regard. Because you look at people like Scott Riley and Kay Dankwa, yeah, those are two of the baddest people I've ever met.
I was there. I watched that.
Saw the fight, yeah.
Mental.
And the next day when I spoke to Scott, he said, if something happens to either K or One Take, give me the call. So, like, for a man to go through such a war and want it straight away is testament to how bad those guys are.
Super heavyweight bout was crazy as well. I'm not gonna lie. That one, yeah. Super heavyweight.
That was crazy.
We need another. Like I said to you, there's a stacked card. And it's funny, obviously, you talk about that because obviously as well, this is more with Flipz, was it Don as well, but the influencer thing, that's another thing to kind of mention, because you're going down the route, going to these shows and building the platform up. You look at the likes of the Quests and all these things, which are semi-professional shows. That's kind of the route you want to. When we spoke last time, the route that you wanted to go is you want to grow and grow the show. The influencer boxing is something different. It's separate to what you do, innit? That's the main thing to kind of point out.
Yeah, this is proper boxing. This is a proper boxing. This is proper boxing show. This ain't influencer boxing. Like as I said, look, we are the Dons, and we understand. Like I said, we have a level of influence. Hence, we always try to make sure we get a Don on the show. But like I said, it's not influencer boxing, which is why these are proper boxers. Which is why I said to Flipz, I didn't feel comfortable with originally being a main event, just to give these men their flowers. Do you understand? But look, like I said, we're fortunate enough to have a big following, so you could class me as an influencer boxer for this show.
No, he's not an influencer.
You get my point.
He's playing down.
Yeah,
fighter with influence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you could,
you're the biggest name on the card. You'd say that?
I could go on like an influencer show, like a Misfits, and they wouldn't think, oh, who's this guy? So I'm just saying. So, but I don't want our thing to get thrown in the lane of influencer boxing. It isn't. But we're not against. If someone has a high level of influence, we're not going to be like, oh no, stick to influencer boxing. We're just we're doing our own thing.
Yeah, as long as you're ready to fight.
If you're ready to fight.
Come and fight.
But
we're just not on the gimmick thing.
It's not a gimmick.
Yeah, we're not on the gimmick.
Do you know what? It's crazy. I know you guys have kind of been at a couple of influencer boxing matches just watching. Flipz, I know you go to a lot of boxing matches in general, boxing shows. We was at BXGP a couple of months ago, just because you like to. One thing you said to me that kind of stood out is you believe that you can take something from everywhere you go and incorporate that into what you do. So if there's little points that you can take out. So I've got a question about that. But before I do, you two were at a fight, and I'm telling you now, there was almost a boxing match kicking off in the crowd. I thought a chair got thrown. What was it? A chair got thrown. Something got thrown to do a mist, and all these guys. And the influence of boxing, it gets like that sometimes. So when these guys are fighting, even at them levels, it's crazy. But if I steer away from that, what you mentioned something to me when we last spoke. That's what I wanted to ask, and it's you incorporate stuff and you take little things from other shows, and you can respect when someone puts on a good production. Obviously, it's hard to have that trait in this industry, I find, because from the experience of Braggs, myself being at different combat shows. Not saying specifically the last one I worked at, the guys are lovely there, but I'm talking about generally. There's a lot of jealousy in this game, but there's not enough. How do I put it? There's not enough bottling someone to be able to sit back and go, "Right, this is good," or "That's good," or "I can take that and I can take that." And that's one trait that you carry. You're constantly observing around you, different shows, what you can pick up. You're forever learning. Obviously, being a new promoter in some people's eyes. Is there any kind of clue to what we can expect in terms of the production for DFC that you can kind of disclose to us now? Anything? Give us something, man.
All I can say is with every show, the production's got better. With every single show, the production's got better. So if you were at DFC 4 or you saw DFC 4, DFC 5 will be even better. I feel like I owe this man the respect he deserves by putting on the best production so far on the show that he's fighting on. It'd be an insult to him and everything that he's built to not make this one the best one so far. So just wait and see. Turn up on September 21st.
We're there, man. We're there, guys.
What I will say is,
Yeah.
The AJ fight. We're
Yes.
gonna run the show just a little bit early. I'll probably finish about 9:30, 9:45, so we can catch the AJ walkouts. We're gonna have the the AJ fight on a big screen at the venue as soon as DFC finishes.
Yeah, that's sick, man. And obviously, again, that's another selling point, I suppose, to the event itself. Because as well, was you ever get? You know what it is. I know what you lot's mentality is, isn't it? Like I know what you lot are like. You're in your own lane. You're doing your own thing. Was there any doubt, obviously, with that announcement that it was going to change from the 21st, or is DFC, and they just go?
DFC is always DFC, my boy.
Yeah. Come on, man.
DFC is always DFC. You know, with us, a lot of people see the glitz and the glamour of SC Dons and DFC and think everything is plain sailing. Nothing we've done or achieved has come easy. We've always had to kind of shimmy a bit, and bro, honestly, this man has had to shimmy the most. So what kind of person would I now be if I turned to him and said, you know what, so you're not fighting September 21st because AJ's fighting? He'd be like, what? That's not us. You get what I'm saying? So
you've got a responsibility to put on a massive show in South London, a hometown for a lot of people. Catford, obviously, where it is. There's all of that. There's the pressure, obviously, for Don as well, obviously, to go out there, perform, win. Because as much as obviously you're out there to respect your opponent, you're going out there to win. That's what you're in the game for. You're all kind of embedded into it as well. I do have one last thing to ask you as well, Flipz, before we do go, because we do appreciate your time today. In terms of the boxing DFC, is there a message for kind of other promoters as well out there now that you guys are coming up? When I say coming up, you've been there, you've been doing it for 4 shows. But could we see potentially any collabs in the future, cross cards, DFC Vs, and I'll leave it blank, and your fighters be their fighters? There's growth for this. Do you see what I'm trying to say? But is that kind of where you want to get to, where you're doing the Turkey Al Sheikh type cards, where they're switching it up, promoters with 5v5s? There's
enough food on the table for all of us to eat. Yeah. So my thing is, eat with us or be eaten. That's what my thing is. Because, bro, like, Paolo, you've seen it. No, in fact, Paolo, let me ask you a question. Tell them about the atmosphere at DFC.
Yeah, crazy.
You see
crazy.
one thing
the bit in the ring when everyone jumped in. Yeah, mental.
And you don't even know what happened, that behind the scenes, what's going on in that one. Trust me, that Flipz, mate, he done everything to make that show a success. Like we lost big fights from a week, 2 weeks before, to the point we was like, guys, this is putting this on is mad, but we done it and it was still a success. Do you know what I mean? That was nothing compared to what we can do. This show's going to be unbelievable.
I believe that because you don't have a natural energy about you just naturally. So I think it makes life so much more easier, man. Just, you know what I mean? Just to go through it, man, when you got a natural energy about you. And like you said, I don't feel you mean like be eaten, but people are going to really see what you're doing at a very fast pace, I believe, anyway, just because of what you lot are doing, how you lot are going about it. I think that's really good, yeah.
But we'd love to work with other promoters, definitely. I feel like we're stronger as a unit. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, we want to give the fighters the best platform to fight and to have opportunities and stuff going forward. And I think DFC is the best place for it.
Yeah. And obviously as well, before we do go, we will mention as well that Kombatkingz, Greeny, Braggs, Rims, myself, kindly, obviously these boys have given us kind of free reign on the media at the event. So I want to big you lot up for that. No.
Give yourself the flowers as well. You were invited. You didn't ask. You were invited because of your expertise as well. So you were asked to come. Don't play it down like we've allowed it. We asked for it. Come on, man.
No, man. It's a respect thing, man. It's a respect thing, isn't it?
No, both ends. No, we do appreciate it again because again, we're all building. I think we're all in a place where let's be honest. We're trying to build something for everybody. We're trying to build a culture of combat sports media. We think it could be done a lot differently in different ways in England. And I think like what you lot are just showing, especially what Donny said earlier, I really love is just to stop trying to stress the people out around you. And I feel like combat sports just completely has a, it just makes you have a discipline about you. There's something about it. I don't know if
You have to be disciplined.
boxing.
You have to be disciplined.
It just keeps you disciplined, and you respect the fighters, you respect everyone around you. Even as media, you really respect that people, like you said, Don, you don't go into no fight 100% because you're training.
That's why I said like my message to whoever I'm fighting is
I love it, man.
The way we can be respectful to each other is by going at each other. As mad as that sounds. That's the only way we can respect each other. By like let's work each other. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, let's go to war, man. Like, I'm a man, you're a man. Like, who wants it? Me or you? It's me or you in there. So it's like, let's go. Like, you representing something, I'm representing something. Let's go for it, man. And then we can shake hands after. But like, while we're in there, like, this is war. Like, I don't want him to come on a happy thing. Like, I don't want that, bro. I don't want that. Because I'm not.
I love that. You know, I love that energy because I'm gonna have to ask Flipz in 2025 when you put on a promotion, right? I'm starting to get back into training. How we go? Me and Greeny are going. We're doing a boxing match. Me and Greeny are calling him out. That's my other host on my podcast.
What, against each other?
Want to see it? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because he talks. We have too much disagreements on my podcast. I don't like the way he talks sometimes, and I'm like, do you know what I mean? So I said 2025. We're getting in the ring. We're gonna have a little 3-4 rounder, but that's what I want everyone to be able to do.
Right, hold that thought 1 second. We're gonna do that in March.
Oh, all right, cool. I'm excited now. You see what you're doing? You're giving people something. You're giving people a present already.
Are you guys same weight?
That's a catch weight.
Yeah, we are.
Are you not? Are you same weight?
And we're nearly the same height as well. I'm
probably 2 inches taller than him. The last one at the BXGP card.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah, you see him.
Yeah, we're doing that in March.
You see it. We're doing it. Yeah. All right, that's the energy. You gave me that energy, man. I love it, man.
Greeny, and all right. So then we just announced on the March card, Greeny and Braggs are fighting. Greeny's at training tonight, but obviously he's watching this. Then you're fighting in March, so you can get ready in it.
Yeah.
Braggs, you get ready as well. Trust me.
I'm gonna be ready.
Greeny comes with the experience, man. That's a guy that sparred with Ellis Zorro, a couple guys in there, man. Little bit of sparring. He's got these. It'd be interesting to see it how it transpires. But obviously, look, boys, I'm gonna leave that here today. I appreciate you guys jumping on and joining us for this live to talk about the DFC event. 21st of September. Flipz, give me one final message. Why should people come and watch DFC Double or Nothing?
Strapzy by knockout.
It's easy.
That's clean.
Normal.
I like that. That's clean.
Strapzy by knockout.
Clean cut.
That's the moment in history.
Yeah.
So you want to experience that, and then you get to watch the AJ fight with the crowd and with your mates and that, and we can replicate the atmosphere in Wembley, in Catford Theatre, just by all of us watching it together for a lot cheaper than you would have to pay to go Wembley.
$2 bills at Wembley, man. It's crazy.
Crazy.
That sounds so. I'm definitely there. Like,
we're there, man. We're there, man.
Tell guys where can guys go and get their tickets, guys?
scdons.com/DFC.
Wicked. We're gonna post that up on our story as well, guys. That'll be on Kombatkingz. It will also be on Boxing Corner Casuals. Donny, Flipz, you guys are the guys. Thank you very much for having me on. I appreciate your time as well. I really do.
Boys, stay on for a couple minutes afterwards as he speaks to you quick. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Kombatkingz, Boxing Corner Casuals podcast, DFC. It's all here tonight. Little Tuesday one for you there. Kombatkingz have got their episodes coming out every Sunday. I've got my weekly boxing show coming out on a Thursday with Connor from Hook Boxing. So there's lives going on this week. So yeah, check us out. Check DFC out. Make sure you go get your ticket, man. You won't want to miss this one.
100%.
Love, guys, man.